Queens News Time 11:16. Governor Hochul has just announced the system-wide expansion of a pilot subway camera program that started back in June. And joining us live on 1010 Wins Newsline is Charlton Souza, president of Passengers United. Charlton, thank you for being here. It's my understanding the governor says there will be 2 cameras on each car providing coverage of the entire width of the cars. Will that prevent crime?
Well, that will prevent some crime, but we're missing the bigger point here. And the point that we're all missing is even if the criminals are caught on camera in the subway cars, robbing someone, committing a violent crime, they're still not going to get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law because of the changes in the state laws. And so that's the bigger problem right now. That's the crisis we're dealing with.
All right, but in the meantime, they want to try to cut crime with these tactics. What would you say to the NYPD and the MTA and their announcement yesterday that crime is down on the subways, that it's lower than pre-pandemic, and that the worst is over? Your reaction to that, Charlton?
So anyone can play games with the statistics, and this is what's happening. Many crimes that are being committed on the subway are not even getting reported. We're missing the bigger point here. And also mental illness plays a big factor in this. Yesterday, after this announcement was made, a guy came on an M train, half his pants were down, and he had a brick in his hands. And a subway passenger had to take him down. This is the crisis we're dealing with in the subway. So, I feel that anyone, they can say, yeah, the percentages are down and the subway crime is going down, but that's not necessarily what we're seeing on certain lines. And if you're at the wrong place at the wrong time and you get shot, like the guy that got shot on the Q train a few months ago, this is the crisis we're dealing with. So we need our elected officials to change the state bail reform laws, and, criminals need to go to jail. Not be given a free pass.
Right, but more imminently, does it help to increase the patrols on the trains?
Yes, we've been calling for train order maintenance sweeps where you have NYPD police officers going into every subway car, eyeballing people. I have yet to see that. We've requested a meeting with Mayor Eric Adams, and we still have not gotten that meeting yet. But the way right now the subway police deployment is being done, the police are still at the turnstiles in many cases. We still see the police officers standing together. They're not going, through the train cars. And that's where all the crime is happening. And the crazy part is after the police officers leave at like 8 p.m., when they do the shift change, is when all the crime is just surging out of control.
So, Charlton, obviously the mayor and so many people in the city want to get people back in the city. They want to get them back in the office. They want them to go to their local restaurants and, vendors. What would your message be to people who are considering going back to work and getting back on the subway?
My advice to everyone, do not listen to music on the train. Stay alert, eyeball everyone. As soon as the doors open up, look who's coming on and sit in the middle of the train car. Do not sit in the corners because that's where a lot of the problems happen. And obviously don't wear any flashy clothes, anything expensive on, because that's how they start eyeballing people. And I've actually seen the criminals standing by the turnstiles. Now they're getting very bold. They're watching people. And that scares me because that says to me that the criminals know that they can get away with whatever they want to do in the subway.
Charlton Souza, president of Passengers United. Important advice. We thank you.
Sure. Thank you.